What's going on, y'all? EP with another video. Had to take about a good week off. We just me and my family were dealing with the passing of my grandmother, and we just had her funeral a few days ago. So still getting through that. Just had to take some time off because family is very, very important. You never put anything before family because family should always, always come first. You never know when that person is not gonna be in your life anymore. So you definitely want to take that serious. And rest in heaven, Grandma. We love you and we miss you. Now, let's talk about some of the trade rumors that's going around. Of course, we've already talked about Carson trade rumors, but now we're hearing about Zach Ertz, which shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone. We heard about the reports of Howie and Zach having a screaming match earlier in the season. And of course, you guys have seen how unhappy Carson Wentz has been. He hasn't said a word. And a lot of the times, your silence speaks louder than your words. He clearly doesn't want to be here. Carson has always been the type of guy when guys come, he's, hey, welcome to Philly. Let's get this work in. He didn't even do it for the head coach. So we already know that he's pretty much out the door. As far as Zach Ertz, they're kind of in the same boat. We've also I've seen some reports. I don't know if everyone's seen reports, but I've seen reports that Aaron Rodgers had joked, "Hey, Ertz, we'll see you next year. Where we playing next year?" Something along the lines of that. But it's getting to that point now where we have to make a trade. I've said previously in a video that I don't understand how, if you guys did want to keep Carson, which it was looking like that at first, if you guys wanted to keep Carson, why wouldn't you lock up his number one target? It just didn't make sense to me. I mean, Zach Ertz, this guy led the league in receptions. Even though Foles had something to do with that season too, Foles didn't throw it to Ertz the way that Carson did. Carson threw to Ertz when it was just nothing else there. He's looking for Ertz. So smart GMs and smart teams, you lock up those guys. It's just like the Texans. Look at them. You trade away your number one receiver. They both went to the same college. It's the perfect story. And you trade him. And now you go 4-12. So, it just goes to show you have to surround your quarterback with talent. They need an offensive line and they need talent. Guys that they can get along with. That's why, you can't just say talent because, if you go back to Donovan McNabb and Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens was, he was dominant, man. And they just couldn't make it gel. You've got to have that kind of relationship and you have to keep that chemistry. When you've got a quarterback and a receiver or a tight end or a running back that have that chemistry, you have to keep that. You cannot allow it to go away because it's everything. It is everything. Learning this stuff on the fly is hard. So you have to have somebody that once you build that chemistry, you got to keep it going. But that's not what we want to do. We want to move in a different direction. I don't know what it is. Maybe they're just trying to get ahead of the curve. I don't understand what the Philadelphia Eagles are doing half of the time. I think that they're so smart that they outsmart themselves trying to do something better than what they already thought of. I think that they've just overwhelmed themselves with a bunch of problems. You created a quarterback controversy, and you guys basically built something up just to destroy it, and it didn't really make sense. But anyway, let's talk about what some trade packages. Now I want to say if we're going to trade Carson and Zach Ertz together, I think that it will be to Indianapolis. I don't see Ertz going to Chicago with Carson. If Carson ends up going to Chicago, I think it's just going to be Carson, maybe some picks, and then we may get a pick or two back. We really don't know because we don't really know what Carson's value is. That's the thing. That's the thing that's just so confusing about all of this. It's hard to say, oh, well, he's going to get first. He's going to get second. He's going to get 2 first. You just don't know. And a lot of people like to compare him to Jared Goff. I'm sorry. Carson Wentz is not Jared Goff. Jared Goff has never, ever even been mentioned in the MVP conversation. Never. So we can't compare those two. I would say that Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff are here. Carson is somewhere in the middle. That's just my opinion. Maybe the league agrees, maybe they don't, but that's just my opinion. So I don't think that we should have to give up a first round pick. I don't think that. I think that We're more along the lines of receiving maybe 1 first-round pick, maybe a second for next year or something like that. I don't think that we're going to get 2 first-round picks. At the most, a first-round pick and maybe a second-round pick for next year. Something along those lines. I just don't see us getting 2 first-round picks for Carson Wentz. I just don't. Even though there might be coaches out there that think that they can get him back to his 2017 self, but 16, 17, 18, and 19, in my opinion, were something to build on. Even 16, even his rookie year, it was something to build on. So if we want to just look at this past year, which I know GMs are not just looking at just this past year, but it still raises questions. It's still that this 2020 season will stop us, will be the reason why we don't get that that second first-round pick. Now, if he goes to Indianapolis, I think that it could be a package deal. I would actually like to see Carson Wentz and Zach Ertz over there with Frank Reich, and I think that it will work. You will see the chemistry, and you will see Carson and Zach being very comfortable with each other. I think that they could work. Now, if we trade Zach and Carson Wentz, I believe that we can get 2 first-round picks, because you're getting, how can I put this? I don't want to compare, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. You're getting a Tom Brady and Gronkowski type chemistry. If you understand what I'm saying. Those 2 guys can be comparable to what Gronk and what Brady have been. They may not be there now, but they're definitely capable. I mean, it's no accident that Zach Ertz had that many receptions. And it's no accident that Carson Wentz threw for 4,000 yards without a 500-yard receiver. So I believe that they can do something very special. And the reason I'm saying that the 400 yards without a 500-yard receiver is because I'm letting you know how good of a quarterback that Carson Wentz can be for you. Whatever you're putting out there on the field, I know what kind of quarterback he can be. So I actually do believe that we can get 2 first-round picks for those 2 players. We might have to give up a pick, but I'm with it if I get 2 first-round picks. I'll do it. We need it. And just hopefully Jeffrey Lurie does not give Howie Roseman the power to make this pick. We got to have a better pick. We've got to make a good pick, especially at number 6. But either way, like I said, I think that we can get 2 first-round picks if Zach Ertz and Carson Wentz can go to the Indianapolis Colts. I'm going to be giving you guys another video probably tomorrow. It's just so much to talk about, y'all. I mean, it's so much to talk about. And we don't even know when this trade is going to go down. I mean, this stuff is all over the place. There's so much to talk about. But I'm going to be back at you guys. Like and subscribe, man. I ain't playing with y'all. Like and subscribe.